So congratulations for the second successful test of Agni 5, and as already DRDO has announced that yes, there is a project called MIRB. So can you throw some light on this project and when its trials will be conducted?
First of all, Sushil, we, as I earlier also told you, we don't have a current firm program on MIRBs. We have a lot of technology programs which cover MIRVs, which cover MARVs, which cover intelligent warheads and so on. So that is a constant progress of preparing ourselves for future. So MIRV also is a major critical technology. We are working on it, but when it will happen and where it will happen, that let us see when we come to that stage. We'll be with you.
And so DRDO has been looking for a second or third interim missile test range for which you had been looking for locations. Have you identified some location?
It's a very vital point what you are saying. See, today we have only one range, that is Balasore.
Yes, sir.
If I want to test anything, I have to fire from Balasore and intercept in Wheeler Island, a distance of 70 kilometers. And there will always be questions, doubts in our own minds that have we really tested. We need at least 2 more ranges. We had identified some area in Andhra Pradesh, which is generally gets flooded for our activities. We have also identified one area in the Andaman Islands where we can, so that we have a good triangle.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
We are looking at those areas, we are making some progress, and let's see how far we are able to succeed.
So when these ranges will be operational?
First we have to get the lands. So
have you started the process?
We have started the process of interacting with the state governments and with the ministries of environmental clearance.
In the recent past, have you sent a request?
We have been, see, you know, the land process is a
long process.
Prolonged process. So we have been now, it's going on for last, I think, couple of years.
And so after the successful test of BO5, what next and when?
The BO5 is a now proven missile. It has to be tested from the platform. So as part of the platform trials, it will be tested from that and it will get produced. So we are very confident of B05. Future, of course, as I said, we have got programs. Obviously, nuclear submarines carry weapons of long ranges. So where we stand and where we do, again, is an area where time will tell.
For the B05, as you rightly said that you need to go for a test from a platform. So when are you going to get the platform? Because you have been doing it with the pontoon. So
platform is going for sea trials within this year. So after that, there is a well-defined program.
That will be Arihan?
Arihan.
Okay.
It's a well-defined program for validation trials of the Arihan. So as part of that, weapons also will be fired.
Artillery is a major concern for the army, and there is a shortage of artillery in the army, and DRDO has already planned to develop indigenous howitzer gun. So have you identified some partner? What's the progress? When are you going to go for the trials, and will it be very successful? Because in most of the trials, even the foreign guns, their barrels have been burst. So how are you going to fix that problem of barrel bursting?
The advanced artillery gun, towable artillery gun attack is one of our very important programs, very major thrust areas. Because there is one area where the country has lagged and we have missed vital opportunities. We are now going on a fast track to develop a ultra modern gun with latest features, high salvo rates, automatic loadings, and many other features in that. Designs have been completed. It's a public-private partnership. OFB, DRDO, private industries, and we are in a good stage. We feel that in the next 3 to 4 years we should be able to realize the gun and come for trials.
And so could you throw some light on the LCA project? When are you going to get the IOC 2 and FOC, and what about the Mark II of LCA?
LCA program has picked up well. We have set up that by this year end
So,
it will complete the IOC 2, where all the flight profiles envelopes will get cleared, all the landing radar web systems will get tested, followed by the weapon trials, different types of system, which is the FOC, which will get completed next year. Thing is, one aircraft, 8 numbers flying, 2,300 sorties completed, and 0 accident rate. It has been excellent aircraft, and we are left with another 60-70 sorties. We are very confident we'll complete it. So if you see, as a percentage of work left, it's a very small amount which is left out. We are very confident that IOC 2 will be completed.
and what about Mark II?
Mark II designs are going on, because number of improvements, modifications are needed, which are getting implemented. We have to do a system engineering analysis of all those modifications. That process is on. So once that is accepted by all the parties, then the further production planning of the
Some tentative
hardware realization will
some
start.
tentative date.
It should take about 3 or 4 years, for
3 or 4 years.
minimum 4 years.
Okay.
now.
Before I ask you about the Arjun tank, let me ask you about the LRSAM and MRSAM. So, what's the progress on this?
LRSAM, MRSAM are going along. We are having tests. The one ship has been installed with all the radars and other things. Program is going well. We have to carry some more tests and prove the system under different conditions.
And now the Arjun tank. So, after the latest trials, what's the outcome? And the army is happy with it, or still there are some issues?
The trials have gone well overall. Definitely when you do trials, there is some areas where you will be minus delta or plus delta. So we are looking into it. The teams have come back. They're sitting together, analyzing, and based on that we will see where we have to make some more minor changes if needed, or we can accept it as it is. That exercise is going
And if
on.
the changes has to be done, so when will be the next test?
It will be minor changes. We don't expect any major changes.
So there won't be any further
There
trials?
won't be any major changes. Further trials, I don't see any need, but if there is a requirement, that
They can go for
limited
it.
trials may
Okay.
get carried over.
And so due to the financial constraint, the government has already asked different departments to cut their expenditure, and there is apprehension that the defense budget may also be affected due to the financial problems. So do you think this is also going to have its cascading effect on DRDO?
See, we are hoping that it should not have any effect on us, because today DRDO's many major programs are poised where they are ready to take off. Next 3 years, 4 years are vital in the where large number of programs, whether it's UAVs, whether it's ammunition, it's the platforms like LCA or the strategic missiles, tactical missiles like Astra. They are getting ready for the final phase of this thing. So any cut at this stage is going to severely hamper and affect those
So
activities.
have you expressed your concern before the ministry?
We have been conveying our concerns. In fact, we have been asking for more money, because today, as you know, India is one of the lowest spenders in R&D.
Yes.
And in real-time terms, if you see, our budget has been consistently going down.
Yes.
We have been static at about 10,300 crores for the last 2-3 years. And if you see the inflation and the world trends on the dollar's value and all, our purchase powers have been severely getting eroded. So the effective budget is coming down considerably, which is not a good sign for a country which intends to be
self-reliant,
intends to be a major power, intends to be known for its technology and economic development. Because any investment in R&D results in economic development.
Yes, true.
You take any country in the world, the first is R&D, then economic growth, and then the world leadership.
Right.
And that gap is 15 years to economic growth and 10 years to the higher levels. And world around us has been changing. R&D expenditures in China are growing multifold. Japan are also growing. So compared to that, we are either static or
going down.
So we need to have a relook. In fact, I was telling today that what this country needs is a good national R&D policy, which should aim that yes, in next 10 years, our R&D expenditure will grow from this to this in these domains with these objectives, these goals. We should create R&D plan.
But there is a general perception that yes, you spend so much of money, 10,000 crore, 11,000 crore on R&D, but you hardly get any results. So there is a negative picture of this area also. So how will you counter to this sort of image which is being created?
The images have different dimensions, okay. But if you see the facts, today in the missile domain, we are practically self-reliant.
Yes, no doubt.
In the field of UAVs, with the Rustam 2 coming through, we will be covering the entire range and we will be able to handle any type of UAVs in ADE. We have a very strong program for ammunition, whether it is the artillery ammunition, where we have already developed the bimodular charges between OFB and DRDO, which is going to produce huge numbers, quantities in tens of thousands of crores, and tank launched ammunitions, the hand grenades with a very high reliability, the carbine. So there is a whole lot of ammunition, thermobaric, where DRDO capabilities along with the OFB production capabilities are going to be changing the scenario.
And life sciences?
Life sciences, we have made tremendous. NBC protections, 95% is our indigenous technology. 95%. DRDO developed. Okay. So these are the success stories which we always try to suppress, decry.
Yeah.
We need to learn to have pride in our own achievements, our own capabilities. And once we have that, I think we can do wonders. Today, we are working together. My main aim has been to bring the different segments together, production teams, user teams, DRDO together, to make sure that we act as an integral entity to give the products. And we are making good headway. We are confident that coming period will see a different picture of how things are happening.
My last question is about the AEWNCS indigenous program, AWOCS. So what's the progress and when these aircraft will be inducted?
AWC is going through the trials right now. Okay. 2 aircrafts are flying. They are testing the communications. They have already done good amount of testing. Radars are now getting checked. So there are, again, as usual, there are a number of steps involved. And we are hoping that by next year,
all 3 will be?
At least 2 are to be inducted. Okay. So at least 1 will get inducted and second will follow within
months. If you compare it with the Falcon, how you compare it?
It's going to be an excellent aircraft. Only it's a side-looking craft, and it's capable of quite good range, quite a good acting as a airborne platform for a relay. So it has many capabilities. It's a state-of-art system. In fact, there is a system which Embraer wants that why not we join hands and make it as a market it in
and
Southern
that's
America.
Indian system. That's Indian
system, that form is Embraer.
Okay.
So they are saying that why not we put together and market it as a product.
That's
So
a
that
great
is the
idea.
capability today of Indian systems.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.